Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2025, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, hey. I went to a party last Saturday night. Lord, can't get my... Good thing I don't have a concert today. Can't get my singing vocals up to that range. Let's try it a little lead it forward again. I went to a... Oh, no, baby. That ain't happening today. That ain't happening today. Okay, we need to do lower octaves. We'll do a little... Should we do Bob Dylan or... Stevie Nicks? The reason I sing a lot of Stevie Nicks is because my voice is gravelly like Stevie Nicks. I can do a little Stevie Nicks today. Red and rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? Dreamers only love you when they're dreaming. Beast! Rock on, gold dust woman. Beast! I will follow you into the dark. Okay, so... Every day while I'm getting ready to film my videos over here, I listen to music. I just put my iTunes. No, I don't do the Spotify and all that. I do the iTunes. And so my husband's like, why don't you do the Spotify? I'm like, I don't really get it. If you want to know the truth. Like, I have it, but I don't really get it. He's like, you have Apple Music, you have Spotify, you don't use any of that. He's like, you buy these songs. I'm like, I do. I buy the songs. Well, I do kind of understand Apple Music. And so I do like download songs from Apple Music, but I usually kind of forget to do it. And so then I just end up buying the songs. He's like, you buy all these songs. I was like, I know, but I like them on my iTunes. And he's like, but if you download them from the Apple library, they're still in your iTunes. I go, I know, but it's kind of like going to the library. Like sometimes I just want to own the book. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I just want to own the book. But anyway. While I'm sitting, I know that makes no sense. People are like, no, Peter, that makes no sense. It makes sense to me. You know, do you ever get so tired of having to explain stuff to other people? And it's like, it doesn't make sense to them. And it's like, it really doesn't, you know, like at the end of the day, I don't know why it took me 53 years to get this. Like, it doesn't really need to make sense to anybody else. It just needs to make sense to me. And that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's just fine. It's just fine. It's just fine. So anyway, you know what I saw yesterday online? I don't know why, but I saw these memes of these guys. Is this like a thing that like gay guys are doing this year? I don't get on the TikTok and stuff like that, but so is this like a thing where people are like, these gay guys like show up to Thanksgiving dinner and they like, you know, and then it says like the meme is like, and they're like always walking out the door or something like that. I saw like 5 or 6 of these. And then it said like, when like my family asks me, why don't I have a girlfriend at Thanksgiving or something like that? I was like, well, my family never thought that. My family was never asking about no girlfriends. I mean, if they were, they're like, are you and your girlfriends going out tonight to dance? But they weren't like, I want to dance with somebody. How could you possibly script all this? Anyway, what was I going to say? I mean, they weren't asking me like, oh, you should have a nice girlfriend and all that kind of stuff. They knew, like, this was not a kitchen secret over here. But by the way, those 5 or 6 memes that I saw, I don't think it was a kitchen secret for them either. Their family, I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, is that like a new thing? Like, we were at my cousin Caroline and I, so my cousin picks me up every Wednesday for Cousin Fun Day, and we run around and do errands and stuff. And we went to the mall. Like, you know, usually when you go to the mall, well, first of all, Santa Claus was up. He was from the North Pole. My Lord, Santa Claus was down here early this year at the mall. I mean, that was the day before Thanksgiving, and Santa Claus was already out. Back in the day, didn't y'all see Miracle on 34th Street? I've been holding this lip balm now for about 2 minutes. Miracle on 34th Street, like, Santa Claus don't come out until the day after Thanksgiving, usually. You know what I mean? But anyway... I love that movie so much. I was going to watch it today and review it. Well, I was going to watch it last night and review it for my movie channel, but I ended up watching another movie last night. But we'll get to that in just a second. So anyway, so my cousin Caroline and I, we went to, I have this like sparkle lip gloss. Anyway, we went to the mall on Wednesday and Santa Claus was out and everything. And there was this huge long line. And I was like, who is coming to see Santa Claus the day before Thanksgiving already? You know what I mean? And I said something to my cousin Caroline, and she said, well, people are probably getting their Christmas cards. Which, that's how she thinks. I don't think like that. Like a picture to have the Christmas cards made, I don't think that way. Caroline thinks that way, but I don't think that way. But there were all like these teenagers and stuff. And she goes, it's a big thing on TikTok right now. I go, what is? Getting your picture taken? She goes, people, like teenagers going to see, like Santa Claus is like a big thing. I love saying Santa Claus. It just makes me sound so country. But anyway, she's like, it's a big thing on TikTok. And I asked my husband, because he's on TikTok just as much as my cousin, and I asked my best friend, Tanya Jean. Neither one of them had seen it. She's like, oh yeah, Peter, it's all over TikTok, didn't you know? I hate when people say that to me. This is another thing I'm tired of. This is kind of like a rant video Q&A. That's another thing I'm kind of tired of explaining to people. I'm not about the TikTok, okay? I'm not about the TikTok because the TikTok for me, like, I think there's some funny people on the TikTok and there's some interesting misinformation that's put out there that people confuse with being actual news. But, oh my God. And my cousin Caroline, and my friend Nikki, they love that TikTok shop so much. I don't even know how to get to the TikTok shop. I don't even understand it. Does Toddy Westbrook live there now? I think she do. And Jeffree Star. They must live there together in the TikTok shop. But anyway, I don't even really understand anything, but TikTok shop kind of equals junk to me. And I say that to my cousin Caroline. She's like, that's not true. Like, she had some shirt on, and I go, oh, that shirt's cute. She goes, TikTok shop. She goes, see, they have cute stuff over there. Anyway, I feel like the TikTok shop is kind of like, is it kind of like the Shein a little bit? I kind of feel like it's the Shein a little bit. This is just an opinions video, but anyway, don't kill me for that. I don't know. I've never bought anything from the TikTok shop. I shouldn't say that, have I? No. I don't even go over the TikTok. I don't really understand it, but this is the reason why I don't like the TikTok. Like, if I watch a YouTube video, and I've made this very clear, I like long form content, okay? Because it kind of pulls me in, and then I'm like in it for a while, and then I watch it, right? Like with TikTok, by the time I'm interested, you know, it's already over. And this is the other thing with TikTok. It's very similar to me with the Facebook. Facebook's of the devil, okay? It just is. And like, I'll get on the Facebook, and I'll see, like, somebody posted a picture, and they'll be like, oh, Friendsgiving. And then I think, oh, well, why wasn't I invited? And then my next thought is, well, I wouldn't have gone even if I was invited, because I can't stand being around a lot of people. And I don't really know these people anymore. Well, I didn't really ever know them to begin with, because we weren't friends in high school. But for some reason, 10 years ago, they decided to friend me. I don't know, probably after my last high school reunion that I didn't show up for. And so then they, like, now I'm friends with all these people that I wasn't even friends with in high school. I don't know that they want to keep tabs on me. So anyway, on the Facebook, and then like, and you know, I was talking to my friend of mine because we had this reunion this summer. This would have been my 35th high school reunion this summer, okay? I think it was 10 people that finally showed up out of a class of 660. But anyway, so no, it was more than that. But anyway, so I was talking to my friend, and she was like, do you want to go? My friend from high school. She was like, do you want to go? And I said no. And we were talking about it, and I was like, they can find out what's going on with me on Facebook. But the problem is I don't ever post on Facebook. No, true story, I don't. Like, I could go in there, and I could tell you right now the last time I posted on the Facebook. I hate the Facebook. But I love the Facebook. I hate the Facebook, but I love the Facebook. When's the last time that I went on the Facebook I posted anything? Well, people have tagged me and stuff. My friend Tanya Jean, she's constantly tagging me. And, oh, it's just people tagging me and stuff. I don't even, how do you find your posts? The birthday things from June. I don't even know. I mean, it's been literally like years since I have posted anything on the Facebook. Literally, it's been years. But I do love to, like, go on there and see what people have to say and stuff. But anyway, here's the thing with the Facebook, right? So then there's like this, oh, but my friend and I, we were talking, and I said, anybody can just find out what's going on the Facebook. You know, if they really want to know what's going on with me, or send me a message like, what's going on with you, or something like that. I mean, I have 8 channels. I could probably turn one of them on. Nobody in my real life really knows that I do YouTube. I know that's probably weird to a lot of you guys, but, like, I'll see people around all the time, and they'll be like, so, like, what do you do? Like, somebody that I haven't seen in 20 years. I'm like, oh, I make YouTube videos. And they're like, what? And they always think it's like how-tos, like how to tie a bow tie. And I'm like, oh, I do, like, you know, beauty influencer drama. They just look so confused. I go, I have a movie review channel on TV. Then they're like, oh, they get that. Like, they get that. Oh, you do? You know, like, they get that. But anyway, and then they're like, send me your channel. And I never do, because I know that they don't care. They're just being nice. Like, that's what you do when you get older, right? You just be nice to people. It's like, anyway, so... But the Facebook, like, then I see somebody's picture, you know, from, like, Friendsgiving and all that kind of stuff. And then there's, like, 400 pictures of, like, Friendsgiving. I'm like, I think I know her. And so, and then I look at her picture, and then I'm like, oh, I do know her. And then we're friends. And I'm like, oh, she hasn't shown up. Oh, no, true story. I did not understand why people were not showing up on my Facebook, and it was all these people that I did not know that were being suggested to me. Oh my God, I have to tell you guys such a funny story. Okay, so my friend Tanya Jean, when she first got the Facebook, she is all about the Facebook now. She spends about 18 hours a day on the Facebook, and the other, that's not true. She reads every day. My friend Tanya Jean is so into the fairies and the fays. Well, I mean, as friends, but also... But she read those Sarah J. Maas books. My best friend Tanya Jean likes thrillers and romances, okay? But this summer, somebody recommended to her those Sarah J. Maas books, you know, Court of Thorns and Roses. And so she read those books, and now she's obsessed. That's all she reads, is these fantasy books. I'll be like, what are you doing? And she'll be like, I'm just looking out at the woods to see if there's a fae. And so I bought this Christmas Advent Calendar book that's a fantasy thing, because my friend Nikki and I were doing 12 Advent Calendar Christmas reads over my Booktube channel. I announced it. So anyway, I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of this video in just a second, but I got things to say first. So anyway, so I was telling Tanya Jean about it, and in one thing, it said, in the synopsis for the book, it said something about a fae. And I said, is a fae is F-A-E. And I said, is a fae like a fairy? And she goes, no, a fae is not like a fairy. And I said, well, what is a fae? And she goes, fae's like big. They're like big. They're like, and she was like explaining it to me. And I was like, she's like, I like standing and like look in the woods to see if there's like faes out there. I said, you have lost your mind, Tanya Jean. She goes, I cannot get enough of these books. She literally reads like a 12-book series in like a week. She just downloads them on Kindle left and right. She is so into them. And they're all like 600 to 1,200 pages, these books. She reads one a day. But when she's not reading and she's not running the world's best kennel in the entire world, and she's not being my best friend and being a wife to her husband, then she is either on the Facebook Marketplace or... You know what my friend Tanya Jean and I are so into? I should not admit this on TV, I was going to say, but I'm going to. Y'all have that busted? Do you have that busted thing in your town? The Facebook group busted? It's just all mugshots. Oh my God. Tanya Jean is forever, she's like, do we know this person? She's forever sending me mugshots of people asking me if we know this person and that person. Like... on the busted. I love the busted. Can I tell you the funniest thing? I was on there last night, and somebody that I know, like, completely in a different kind of world that I would never think would, like, follow the bust. So busted's, like, the arrest record of certain counties. Like, you can get it for any county. And so somebody that I don't even know through, like, anything to do with that whatsoever, like, I saw, like, the newest one came up last night. It was, like, from 4 hours before. And I just felt so sad. Anyway, it just makes me kind of sad. But I looked underneath there, and you know how you can see, like, people's reactions on Facebook? This person that I know, like, from a completely different world, put a laughing emoji on this person's arrest. That is, and on Thanksgiving and everything. But anyway, so Tanya Jean, she is on the TikTok or she is on the Facebook. She loves the Facebook. But you know what my cousin Caroline taught me just last week? Did you know that if you go into your Facebook... Oh, we just got a delivery. Okay, if you go into your Facebook, you can, if you go over here, I know when I say this, everybody's going to know it. I said it on my vlog, and a lot of people didn't know it. Okay, so you know, like, when you roll through your Facebook, and there's, like, a lot of these things. Well, here's the Lifetime Movie Club. I love I'm a member of the Lifetime Movie Club, and the Psychological Thriller Book Club. Oh, here's Stranger Things. I don't want to ruin it for you, but I stayed up till 6:15 last night because I had to finish the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things. Anyway, that poor boy, his haircut is so bad, isn't it? The bowl haircut. They even make fun of it in the show. But, like, okay, here, the Queen of Versailles, the, what do you call it? The musical on Broadway that got canceled early. So anyway, I don't follow them. So why is that showing up for me? I don't need to see that. Okay, it's like the Instagram now. Well, Caroline taught me, because she's on the Facebook so much too, that if the tab to the second to the left says friends, then it's just all your friends. Then it's just all your friends on here. But you know what? Like, it's my mother-in-law, and here's my friend Nikki, my mother-in-law, and a bunch of other people that I know. And oh my God, I haven't seen her in forever. How is she doing? Oh, this guy, he lost his mom this year. I feel so bad for him. Oh my God, my friend Mel, my book club partner Mel, I love her so much. She just finished last night. Y'all want me to show it to you? I'm so proud of her. She just finished this cardigan. She made that by hand, okay? Like The Big Lebowski, because she loves that movie so much. Anyway, oh my God, how is she? I judged a pageant with her. She was so fun. I love her. She got a grandbaby now? Oh my God. Oh, look at them in the matching sweaters. What do their sweatshirts say on here? Oh, Merry Christmas. Isn't that cute? I don't know those other girls. Who are those other girls? I don't know them. But that looks fun. They're all in front of the Christmas tree and stuff like that. I don't know that person. I don't know who that is. I don't know that person. Oh, they did the turkey run. I always think I want to do that turkey run. I just don't think that I can make it. But I do walk about 2 hours a night now. Oh, my Lord. This person posted this meme. Man arrested after trying to fight cousin for swapping real turkey with vegan substitute. Somebody said, I'm not saying he was right or wrong. All I'm saying is I understand. Is that like a joke or something like that? Oh, look at this person's clogging. Oh, hey, okay. Oh, in the street in Los Angeles. Oh, my God, I know this guy. Oh, I forgot he was a clogger. Look at that. Okay. I do think that that's like a real talent, though, isn't it, clogging? But anyway, oh, look at her. She looks so good. Everybody's posting her Thanksgiving pictures. Oh, here's another meme somebody posted. Oh, Velvet Demore, the model. I forgot I was friends with her. I love her. Your single uncle and his male roommate of 15 years. That is so true. Back in the day, in the 80s, though. My mom had a lot of those friends, you know, that always bring their roommate. We're just roommates. Jonathan Bailey. Oh, my God. Did you see his Sexiest Man Alive this year from Bridgerton? I love him so much. He was in that movie. What did we just watch? Oh, he was in the newest Jurassic Park, though, too. That was so bad. Happy birthday to who? I don't know this person. How am I friends with this person? I don't even know who that person is. Waco man arrested after gun mask found in car linked to gas station robbery affidavit. Why are you posting that? You don't even know that person. Oh, here she's my good friend. Oh, she's posting about her dad. It makes me so sad. See, this is what happens to me, though. Like, no, but truly, and don't call me Truly Brown, this is what happens. So this is why I don't get on the Facebook. Or the TikTok. Because the same thing happens to me on TikTok. But I don't know them people, right? You don't know them people. You're wasting your time. You know me. Why aren't you watching my videos? Honey, the land. Okay, you need to be watching my videos. You know me. After 9 years, we know each other, okay? So anyway, what was I saying about all that? I got my hair cut the other day. But I always wear a hat. I was talking about that last night. Oh, Lord. No, honey. Okay, so the other day, like a week ago, I don't even know what I was talking about now. I was talking about Cousin Caroline. Oh, my God, my Cousin Caroline. We went to the mall. Oh, that's what I was saying. About, oh, see, if you wiggle your toes, it sets off neurons in your brain. And then I just wanted to make a fun video today. And my husband, he went to go, well, he got one like a week ago. His mom, she got IV, the hydration thing, you know. And so he went with her, and then they're going to have brunch afterwards. And so I said, take your time, because I'm going to film some videos today and stuff like that. And so anyway, then we're going to watch some movies and things like that. It's going to be real hummy. Tomorrow, we're supposed to get a snowstorm in Indiana. Be safe out there, but I think it's kind of cozy. I'm going to go to the grocery store today. Well, I've already got a bunch of snacks and stuff like that. And I got all my hummus wraps and all this kind of orzo, my Mediterranean orzo salad. That's basically every day the same thing I eat from Trader Joe's. I eat a half a hummus wrap sandwich and the Mediterranean orzo salad from Trader Joe's. I love it. But I feel like I need to find some new things. Do you ever feel like that? It's like 1 year straight, I did like Subway every day. And then it was just like, ugh, gaga maggot. I couldn't even do Subway no more. But anyway, I do that. I kind of like kill food sometimes. Like, do you ever do that? Like, my friend Tanya Jean always laughs at me about this. Like, I eat the same food over and over and over and over again. And then one day I'm like, I can't do it anymore. But anyway, what was I saying? So I wanted to kind of do a lighthearted video today, so that's why I did this Q&A. So like a week ago, I put out, this was before, if you watch my video from the other day, I did like my unpopular opinions video. People asked me about people. And then somebody on there, and it's somebody that's watched my videos a lot, they're like, can you, like, look into who these people are before you do the video? Because, like, 90% of the people, I was like, I don't know who this person is. Yeah, I can do that. The problem is, with that, I will do that. I commented back, and I said, yeah, I will do, and put a little blue heart, so she knew I wasn't being shitty. But anyway, because I thought it was a fair criticism, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not somebody that, like, if you give me a fair criticism, I'll take it all day long. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, that's probably fair. Instead of somebody watching a video being like, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who a lot of people are. I don't. Like, I don't even know how people keep up. I mean, I feel like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I do that, like, auditions from, like, Britain's Got Talent from, like, 10 years ago. No, I do keep up with some of this stuff. Not a lot of it. I don't know. Sometimes I keep up with it. If you know anything Bravo, I know anything Bravo. And true crime. I do know that. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I do want to say this really quick. That they recently identified somebody that they thought was a victim of Fox Hollow Farms. I'm not going to do an update video about this. They identified the remains of this person through DNA. And so many people that I know in Indianapolis that I used to go out with knew this person. And I felt like maybe I should do a video like in dedication of, but a news station here in town, WRTV, did a fantastic documentary on it about a year ago. So you can put in WRTV Fox Hollow Farms and it will come up, and it highly shows that victim and some of the other victims and their families, and they did a much better job than I could do in a video. But that case is active. I will continue to cover that case. I just want to say that because people were reaching out to me being like, did you know this? Yeah, I did know that. I just didn't want to jump on here for 3 minutes and do that when it was all over the news anyway. But I am going to continue to follow it because they are continuing to, that investigation is continuing. There's more that's coming out, but I can't really say a whole lot about that. Anyway, so I wanted to do like a fun little Q&A over here. So like a week ago, I don't even know what I put. I put it up on my Instagram, just ask me anything or something like that. And then last night, I did it again too. So the questions are still up there. So if you want to ask me some questions, the Instagram will still be up there. I usually go in and I do screenshot all the questions that I get, and then I just read them. Today, on the one from last night, I'm going to skim like a couple questions and then go to the ones from like a week ago. And then I'll save the questions from last night until the next Q&A that I do. But I thought we would just do a little fun Q&A. Did y'all have a nice Thanksgiving? If you celebrate it, if you don't, if you live in the United States, if you don't. I mean, I'm not, like, Thanksgiving is not my favorite holiday by any means, but I like getting together with the family and stuff like that. We went over to, because a lot of people were asking me this, I saw on the Q&A, like, what we did for Thanksgiving. Well, all the pictures were on my Instagram. So we went to my husband's aunt and uncle's house, and we were there with my mother-in-law, my brother and sister-in-law, and our nephews, who are so grown up now. It's crazy. I mean, we see them like, you know, every other week or something, but it just... My one nephew showed up, and he was, like, all dressed nice and stuff like that. They usually wear, like, sportswear, you know? And I was like, oh, my God, they're all grown up and stuff like that. And he was talking about, like, a school dance and stuff like that. Anyway, I was like, I remember when you were born. So, anyway, but that was really fun. We had a good Thanksgiving. And then his mom went with us because his brother, my brother and sister-in-law, they had another place they were going. And then my mother-in-law goes with us to my cousin Caroline's house. And so we went over to cousin Caroline's house. We had Thanksgiving, and everybody was asking me because I posted this picture, and they're like, is that a turkey cake? Yes, it was a turkey cake. So people were asking me to post pictures of the food, so I took pictures of all the food. So Taylor's Bakery, okay, is our favorite bakery in the entire world. I've told stories about the dinner rolls, that my aunt and my mom always had to have their dinner rolls from Taylor's Bakery. But it was so funny because my sister-in-law Liliana last night was like, what's the story about the bread, the dinner rolls? She's like, I remember the first Thanksgiving we had together. And I was like, so I told the whole story about it. But it was like this thing, like my mom always had to bring the dinner rolls. Like that was her thing. And like them growing up, they always had Taylor's Bakery. Well, they have these really fun cakes in there. So Caroline's husband, Mike, got a turkey cake. It literally looks like a turkey before it's carved. It was so good. It was like white wedding cake. And oh my God, it was so good. But anyway, so we had a good time last night. And then we stayed at each house about 4 hours, and then we got home. I actually, the night before, at like 1 o'clock in the morning, I pre-filmed my vlog for yesterday. So see... People say I'm so lazy. I'm actually pretty committed. I was outside in the 30-degree weather at all bundled up at 1 o'clock in the morning so I could have a vlog posted for yesterday because I knew that there were a lot of people that don't celebrate Thanksgiving or don't live in the United States or their Thanksgiving's a month before in Canada or, you know, or they just don't have family and friends. And so I wanted them to have something. So I made sure that I had a vlog pre-filmed. So anyway, but yesterday I didn't film any videos. So then we came home and hung out with the dogs for a while and then took a nap. And then I got up and I watched, I finished my Thanksgiving Advent calendar book. My friend Nikki and I read it together, and she said, well, I did kind of a read-along on my Booktube channel, but she texted me and she goes, dumb, and I was like, I called her. I said, this was so dumb. It was called, I bought a haunted Thanksgiving table. You read a chapter a day. An Advent calendar book is where you read a chapter a day. So if you want to do it, we're doing it for the... Not that, but if you want to read along with us, we're doing 12 Advent calendar books, and then we're doing... I have 2 videos up on my Booktube channel. Linked below, and then in the description box, because people always look in the comment section. But anyway, and then we're doing 2 thrillers. She picked a thriller, Christmas thriller. I picked a Christmas thriller, and then we're doing 12 Advent calendar books. I think 3 or 4 romances, 1 fantasy romance, and the rest are thrillers. We're so excited for Monday. Well, Sunday night, because we'll start reading on a Sunday night. I cannot wait! I'm so excited. Okay, so let's get into this Q&A, shall we? Do you want... Oh, but this is what I was going to say at the very beginning. So before I do my videos, I always like listen to music and I just put my iTunes on shuffle. And why was it today, Neil Young and Death Cab for Cutie? I was like, are you trying to depress me today, iTunes shuffle? Like, what is like... I will follow you into the dark. I used to listen to them all the time. Is that Dashboard Confessionals or is that... why do I think that's Death Cab for Cutie? It's Death Cab for Cutie. What happened to that guy that was the lead singer of that? Do you remember him? I'm real into the Avett Brothers right now. Like, that's mostly what I listen to all the time. Oh, and you know what else I love? That I keep on listening to this over and over and again. That Carly Rae Jepsen song, I didn't just come here to dance. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I love that song so much. Oh, my God. Oh, last night, my cousin Caroline, my mother-in-law, Alex, and I... And then my cousin's son's girlfriend, and then my cousin's stepson's wife, all of us, while they were watching sports in the other room, we watched Home for the Holidays, which is me and my cousin Caroline's favorite movie with Holly Hunter. It is, well, our favorite. It is probably our favorite movie together. It's so kind of funny. So it's funny. You should watch it. It's real good. It's on. We had to find out where to watch it. It took forever. Caroline could not figure out the remote. She had a couple high noons by then. But anyway, she couldn't figure out the remote. And then Alex was like, just give it to me and I'll do it. But it's on Paramount if you want to watch it. Okay, so let's get into the Q&A questions. Oh, don't we look so cute? Oh, here's me and my brother-in-law. And then here, you want to see some pictures? Hold on a second. Oh, they're expiring. So here's me and my husband and my mother-in-law. And then there's the nephew. Oh, where is it expiring all these so quickly? Okay, and then there's me and my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. And then a little cute memes. And there's Caroline's fireplace. And then okay, I posted this because so many people asked me about this last time. This is Caroline's trinket cabinet, okay? And she is so into this thing. She wants to get another one. She puts little trinkets in it. And everybody asked me why she has this. What are those shoes called? The ones that I fell in the snow in, the plastic shoes. Well, I can't remember what they're called now. All the kids wear them and they put the buttons on them and stuff like that. Anyway, I asked her, I said, everybody wants to know, Caroline, why you have one of those. And her stepson, when he was real young, got one in a Happy Meal and he told her she had to keep it forever. That's why she has it in there. Anyway, and then there's the table, Caroline's Thanksgiving table. And then, I don't know if you can, well, here it is, hold on. There's the table and there's the cake, but I'll show it a better picture to you. Oh, there's me and cousin Caroline. And then there's me and my cousin Caroline and my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law so much. And there's my husband hanging out with the dogs. And then here it is. You can see. There's the turkey cake. Do you see it? It was so fun. Anyway. Okay. And then there's... So Caroline does place settings. Okay. There's mine that says Peter on it. Because... And then I put Ask Me Anything. This is a picture from my walk from a couple nights ago. So I've been walking like an hour and a half to 2 hours every single night. I'm loving it. I'm just whipping through these audiobooks, baby. Just whipping. Oh, my husband posted these pictures too. There's the first picture that expired. That was me and my husband. That was at his aunt's house. He posted a bunch of pictures too. Oh, look at that. Oh, like that picture. Okay, so let's get in here to my Q&A. And let's see. We should go back to... Oh, somebody asked me my goals for 2026. Well, I take goals very, very seriously. Okay, I used to do, way back in the day, like New Year's resolutions. I don't do that anymore. And personally, I found that, like, on January 2nd, like, if I hadn't accomplished my goal or I didn't keep it up, then I was, like, done for the year. Usually what I do, so my sobriety birthday is December 17th. So if I should make it, because we don't borrow time in recovery, to December 17th, I will be celebrating 31 years of sobriety. Usually on my sobriety birthday is when I come up with my goals for the following year. Like, for example, 2024's goal was to live in the present moment. 2025's goal, two goals, were to live in the present moment, and in the present moment, ask yourself, are you living your best life? And so that doesn't necessarily mean that I need to be, like, jet setting to some, like, you know, amazing destination. Like, in that present moment, if I'm, like, hanging out with my husband and the dogs, and I just feel very content and happy, or I'm laughing with my best friend, or we're having I'm sitting there watching a movie like I was last night. Every night before I go to bed, so I don't spiral in my head, because I'm somebody that's like, you need to do this tomorrow, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. Hold on, this is going to stop in a second. Pause. Okay, so night is hard for me when I go to sleep because in my head I just spiral and conversations I want to have and all this kind of stuff. So one of the things I talked about this on my vlog. If you like this kind of conversation, this is what I talk about on my vlog. Vlog channel linked below, Peter Vlogs. Anyway, so I started doing this thing where It's actually from the book Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Here, I'll show you guys. So you find like a magic rock. You just call it your magic rock. And then every day when you go to bed, you hold on to it. I have my recovery coins in here. So these are the 3 that I had from before. I have 2 shells that were my magic rock. And then I have this like heart-shaped thing. I don't do this anymore, but this is how it started for me years ago. So there's an exercise in the book where at the end of your day, you hold onto the magic rock and you ask yourself, like, what was the best moment of my day? And that way you end your day on a really positive note. So what I've been doing when I start spiraling in my head late at night, like, oh my God, I got to do this, this, and this, and this, and I want to remember that, and whatever, is that I go through my day and I ask myself the best moments of my day, and then I pick the one. So it's very similar to the same exercise, but it's interesting because the best part of the day is always something very small. It's not like some bag I bought or something like that. You know, it's like, it usually has something to do with the dogs lately, but I'm like sitting and watching a show and the dogs are sleeping next to me, or me and Alex laughing about something, or a phone call I had with Tanya Jean, or, you know, a meeting that I went to or something like that. It's always just a very small moment, you know? And it just, I don't know, it puts me in a very relaxed state. So my goal, that was my first goal for 2025, to continue to live in the present moment. And in the present moment, ask yourself, are you living your best life? My second goal, which was vital to my year this year, was asking myself, where am I directing my energy? Like, is this worth my energy? And that could be anything from, I don't know, stress, to how many books am I reading, to, I don't know, an argument that I'm having with somebody, to proving a point, to whatever. And it's like I ask myself, you know, like, is this worth my energy? Like, a week from now, am I going to be really bothered by this, or should I just let this go? And that has really reduced my stress a lot, I would think, I would say, because I don't, like, whenever I find myself kind of like, you know, the last 2 years, I've worked really, really hard through a lot of things. I've worked really, really hard through anxiety, my OCD, just a lot of things. And slowing myself down is one thing that's really, really helped. Hitting the pause button and slowing myself down. And so asking myself, like, does this deserve my energy? What I have found is that the majority of things I gave my energy to prior doesn't deserve my energy anymore. I just don't. You know, it's like when I was joking at the beginning about over-explaining myself, I don't do that anymore to people, you know, like, the people that need to know, I'm not talking about everything. There's things I have no problem, you know, like, explaining things to people really don't know. But it's like, I feel like I spent much of my life trying to be liked or accepted by people and whatever, and it's just like, you know, I was watching Stranger Things last night, and I really think that that's such a huge part. If you've watched it, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's a huge part of Stranger Things. It's just like, it's this kind of like group of people that like are just, you know, like, I don't know, they're just different and whatever. And there's a whole scene in there between 2 characters where they're talking about like stepping into your authenticity, you know? And I think that's probably going to be my goal for 2026. I'm going to continue with, you know, I want to slow down. One of my goals is going to be to slow down every single day and just like enjoy the moment. Not just live in the moment, but enjoy the moment. And then the next, because I'm always like something, you know, behind me or in front of me. Also continue to ask myself, where am I directing my energy? Because that's been so helpful this year. And then, or is it worth my energy? And then the other thing is step into my most authentic self, you know, and it really has, you know, what I have found is that people that have issues with me when I say this, I'm not talking about necessarily online, but that too, but in real life, none of that really has anything to do with me. That's been such a hard lesson for me to learn in life. And I've really had to do a lot of soul searching on when I don't like somebody. When I don't like somebody, it really very rarely has anything to do with them. It has a lot to do with me. And once you can kind of turn that mirror on yourself and you realize that, what you realize is somebody's distaste for you or their dislike for you has nothing to do with you. It really doesn't. You can't control it. You can't change it. And, you know, like I love the saying, I think it's by Vita Von Teese, that you can be the ripest peach in the world and there are still people that don't like peaches. And I believe that wholeheartedly, you know? And so, that being said, why should we ever hold back? Why should we not be exactly who we feel in our heart of hearts every single day, you know? So that's going to probably be one of my goal for next year. I also used to make like 20 or 30 goals. I don't do that anymore. I like limit my goals. Somebody asked me, what has been your favorite part about this year so far? My favorite part about this year has been getting the dogs. It just changed things so drastically in a way that I I don't know. And I was worried about getting the dogs because my husband was like somewhat apprehensive about it. And he is just so warmed up to the dogs. And I mean, he's just this, I'm like, let's go upstairs and see Dad. And they like run upstairs and he's like, hey guys. And they're so excited when he comes home every day. I don't know. It's just filled a silent space in our house that like Boo filled before. So that's probably been my favorite part. My favorite moment would be our birthday trip that we took to Mexico this summer. It just was like one day after another of reading, hanging out in the pool. We met so many people. We met a couple from Portugal that we've like stayed in contact with that we're going to travel with. They were on their honeymoon. We just met them. She was from Brazil. He's from Portugal. And we just, I don't know. We just had such a great time and we just were so relaxed. Alex and I travel so well together. We don't really have any trips planned. And so we're like trying to come up with some trips that we want to take this year. So, yeah. And somebody said, are Walter and Otis related or were they a bonded pair or just chosen together by you all? Well, Walter and Otis are interesting. I'd actually applied for like, I think like 2 or 3 different like rescues, 2 in Indianapolis and 1 outside of Indianapolis. Right after we found out, or I found out that we were getting them, or I chose to get them, I was like at the top of the list for this rescue. It was like 4 brothers. And I told her, I said, place them because we're getting 2 dogs. So it kind of happened really in a strange way. A friend of mine was in Kentucky doing like, she had family stuff that she was doing. And she knew of this person, kind of. And so at first I thought it was just Otis. I thought that it was just originally just going to be Otis. To find out that this home had like, I mean, it was like 15 dogs in this house or more. And, they were just trying to get, like, they had to get rid of, like, literally, like, all the dogs. And so they were surrendered. They were probably going to be euthanized if they couldn't be placed. Apparently, like, this is a huge problem, like, out in the country, in Kentucky. My friend told me this. I was not aware of it. She, like, works with a lot of rescues and, like, takes dogs to rescues. She's gotten dogs from rescues. She has, like, 5 dogs herself and stuff like that. Well, 5 now. So, when I told her that, I didn't at first. I was real reluctant. I was like, I don't know. I always wanted a pair of brothers, but I never really thought that it would, like, litter mates. I never thought it would happen again after Boo and Tucker. And so I was just like, this feels right to me. The timing feels right. Like, I just didn't really know. In all honesty, I was kind of getting to a point where I was like, maybe I'm not supposed to have another dog. Like, it kind of scared me a little bit. And so it just kind of came up. And so then when I started talking to her and she was giving me, she didn't really know a lot about the whole situation. She just didn't really know a lot about the dogs. But she had promised that she would place Otis. Well, then it turned into placing Otis, Walter, and their sister. So there were 3 dogs in the litter. And she now has their sister, whose name was Loretta. I love that so much. But she now calls her, I think, Lolly Dolly. But anyway, so this friend of mine is just, I hadn't actually talked to her in a long time. And she just is so fantastic. And so so I went back and forth between like, she was like, I said, I think I want 2 of them because they're litter mates. And she was like, do you want the girl? Do you want, the boy or whatever? And I went back and forth. We've never had a girl dog. So I just felt like I just know how to do boys better. So that would be easier. So it was like Walter, which is so interesting because Walter is just like, he is my shadow, like, and so it just kind of worked out how it was supposed to be. I mean, it was crazy how it worked out. I mean, I was going through shelters, filling out applications, and then this just kind of like happened. And, yeah, she helped place a lot of these dogs. And I mean, there was no money exchange, nothing. Like, they were literally surrenderers that they just wanted good homes for these dogs, for like all these dogs. They are litter mates. I have pictures that just recently got pictures that she had got sent of their parents. So, because I wasn't entirely sure, and I have DNA kits that somebody was nice enough to send me that I haven't done yet. Walter looks exactly like his dad. Otis looks like a mix between, like, looks more like his mom, and their sister looks exactly like their mom. She's like all black. And so Otis is black and white. Otis and his sister look a lot alike. And then Walter looks just like his dad. So if those are really their parents. I mean, we don't really have any information, really no medical information and stuff like that. She thought she was going to have a lot more than she did, but they are litter mates. And the vet was like, oh no, I can tell how they act, that they're litter mates and stuff like that. What is interesting about it though is that when we got them originally, we thought that they were born in February. The vet placed their birthday. She's like, there's no way. She was like, their birthday has to be like in May. She actually put it on May 28th. So today would be their 6-month birthday. It's crazy. I like look at them and I'm like, you little guys, you've only been on this planet for like 6 months. It's crazy to me. And they are very much a bonded pair. I mean, they play together. They do everything together. To the point where like Alex and I have made like, we are intent on like spending a lot of like individual time with them as well. Okay, these are the questions from today. So I'm going to go over here to my other set of questions from last week and get to some of these because this video is getting so long. Like I said, I just want to do kind of a fun video. Is this my unpopular opinions? Oh yeah. Okay. Here are the Q&As from before. Somebody asked me, what are your thoughts about Canada in general? I don't really have any positive or negative thoughts about Canada in general. How many times have I been to Canada? Have I just been once? I feel like I've been to Canada more than once. Toronto. Like when I was young, I would love to go today. I mean, that's like probably on one of Alex and I's like top 10 lists is Toronto. I haven't, and I would love to go to British Columbia as well. My dad, interestingly enough, when I was growing up, my dad was like a big hiker when I was growing up. My dad would go to the Canadian Rockies, like Alberta and Banff, and he would like hike in the mountains for like 2 weeks and like camped out and stuff like that. I'm not that person. I know he loved it. He loved it. My dad actually, I've told this story before. My dad actually met this gal while he was camping in the Canadian Rockies, and she was the editor of the movie. She was from Australia, New Zealand. She was the editor on the movie, The Man from Snowy River. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, but anyway. And so they met and hung out, like, hung out. My dad was younger then than I am now. But anyway, for 2 weeks. I mean, this was like years before my stepmom was even in the picture. And then, like, she came through town and she stayed with my dad for like 3 months and stuff like that. And she was like real hippie-ish and had like real long hair. And she was real cool. And she was like artsy and stuff like that. I remember her. I remember her name and everything. Isn't that so crazy? I remember. Anyway. Your opinion on green bean casserole, with all respect, it's a no for me. I don't mind green bean casserole. The problem is every time somebody asks me about like, what do I eat for, because since I'm a vegetarian for Thanksgiving. Okay, green bean casserole, people typically put like either chicken stock in it or they put bacon in it. So I don't usually eat green bean casserole. When I go to people's houses, people are so considerate of me. So I'm a vegetarian, but I'm not like a super political. Like I don't ever like tell people they should be vegetarians and what they should. I'm a vegetarian. That's what I decided to do. That's me. Blah, 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 whatever. If you want me to do a whole dedicated video on being a vegetarian, I can do that. How it started, I was so scared of doing it online. I thought people were going to come for me. Oh my God. So anyway. And little did I know that, 6 years later, just as kind of this thing. I don't think I'll ever go back to not being a vegetarian now. And not because I feel so strongly about it. It's just because it's so ingrained in who I am. I am now, I would say, a pretty healthy vegetarian. For many years, I was the most unhealthy vegetarian in the world. Like, I mean, it was just all like crap, potato chips, pasta, stuff like that. But every time like for Thanksgiving holidays and stuff like that, people are very, like, they always think of me. Like, well, I think Caroline got her, like, they order their Thanksgiving and then they make a couple extra things. Her stepson made the macaroni and cheese. So everybody pitches in. I donated all the flowers for the flower arrangement that Caroline did. And so then Caroline made these noodles that her friend, they were so good. They were like butter noodles, but her friend makes them with chicken stock. Caroline made with vegetable stock. Caroline also, somebody asked me, she made her world famous mushrooms, which is a stick of butter and ranch dressing, like powdered ranch dressing in a crock pot. I put up the recipe last year. I don't remember what it is. But anyway, so I had mushrooms, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. It was all starches. I was so full. And then at his aunt and uncle's house, they're very considerate of it too. Like, and if they're going to do a barbecue. So his uncle is a chef. And so if they're going to have like a barbecue or something, his uncle always makes me something special, like a really special grilled cheese with like homemade tomato soup or something. He's like, they're super nice. Everybody always thinks about that. Like every place I go for chili, like his mom always makes like a vegetarian chili for me and stuff like that. People are really, really, it's so kind. My family and my friends are the best. I mean, like, they literally are just the best. They are so kind with it. Chewy or crunchy cookies? Well, it kind of depends on the cookie, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. It depends on the cookie. Do you have a favorite Drag Race winner of life? A favorite Drag Race winner of life? Probably Alaska, I think, is probably one of the most creative and most talented. I mean, I have a lot of favorite Drag Race people. Lydia Collins, hands down, is one of my favorites. Recent favorites. Oh, Sasha Colby. How do I even think about that? Sasha Colby's my hands down favorite. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm like, somebody asked me a question on here, maybe it's from today, as I saw about, I like pageants and I like music, but I don't like musicals. I know, it doesn't really make sense, but I am such a huge pageant person, and I love drag pageantry, and I've watched it. My first drag pageant was 1993, Entertainer of the Year, National Drag Pageant. Entertainer of the Year in Louisville, Kentucky. Shayla Simpson won. I've gone to so many national drag pageants. I love drag pageantry, local drag pageantry, national. It's just, the talent is just incredible. And so, I think Sasha Colby was a Miss Continental 2012. And so, I mean, I have followed her for years. And I remember on my first trip, was it my first trip or second trip to Los Angeles? I met up with somebody that watched my videos, and we were sitting at like Sir or something, or Pump or whatever, and we were sitting outside, and Sasha Colby walked by. I literally about died. I looked at her, I go, oh my God. I said to this girl that I was sitting with, I go, oh my God, that's Sasha Colby. And she like turned and looked at me and kind of like smiled or waved or something. She was with these two guys. I mean, this was long before the RuPaul's Drag Race days. And I was like, oh my God, that's Sasha Colby. I've loved Sasha Colby for years. Go look up her winning talent for for Miss Continental. I mean, it is unbelievable. It's probably one of the, besides Erica Andrews at Entertainer of the Year doing this Mommy Dearest thing, it's probably my favorite drag talent of life. Shayla Simpson, the first year that I went, was amazing too. But anyway, okay. There's so many really good drag talent. You know, actually, Trinity Taylor had a really good, it wasn't the year that she won Entertainer of the Year, Trinity the Tuck from RuPaul's Drag Race, but she was in pageants for years and years and years. She did this talent one year, and it was like this disco. It was Amanda Lepore, and it was like, I don't know much about hair, but I don't know much about clothes, but my hair looks fierce. And she had all these dancers and disco outfits, and they're like, dun, 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 dun. It was such a cute talent. I don't remember who won that year, but it was like, her talent should have won if this person hadn't brought, like, you know, I think it might have been the year that Nicole Love Dupree did the Whitney Houston. That's another one of my, I could say you're going to talk about drag pageantry all day long. Okay. Any guesses for what might happen for next season of 1,000-Pound Sisters? Okay. Oh, 1,000-Pound Sisters. I thought you thought Sister Wives. Well, it's going to be Amy Halterman's wedding because she just got married. Congratulations to Amy. She looked beautiful. And Tammy was there. It looked amazing. I don't know where my invite was, Amy. My invite must have got lost. I would have taken an Uber to Kentucky, baby, like in a heartbeat, okay? So I don't know. I sent you a fan, which you never used in a TikTok. But Amy, I don't know where my invite for your wedding was. I would have gone to Amy Slaton's fucking wedding. I would have shown up there. I would have gotten a really nice gift from Crate & Barrel. She fucked up. No, I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her. I'm not really sure what I think of her husband, but I don't know. Like, I think we're going to end up liking her husband a lot, is what I think. Brian, I think we're going to like him. The next season, it's going to be about her wedding. A lot of it. It'll probably end on her wedding or something like that. Sister Wives, if you don't watch my Sister Wives commentary, my Sister Wives drama videos over here, what I think is going to happen with that is, I think Aurora's going to get engaged, and I think she is going to have like a big engagement party or her wedding, and then I think that this season is Cody's apology tour to his wives. I think next season will him being trying to establish relationships with his kids. I think he'll do that. I think he'll sit down and meet with several of his kids and have conversations. I think the season will either end with Aurora getting married or a big, like, family reunion around her engagement or something, and it'll be this big come together moment for the whole family, and it'll be so fakety bullshit. And I think it will end with the 21st season. I think it'll end. People think it'll just keep on going on forever. I think production is already like, how do we end this on a positive note? I think they're trying to figure it out. Aurora is dating this guy. It's so weird. They like hardly ever talk about the personal life of Aurora and Brianna. The fact that they introduced him, to me, means that they're going to set up this storyline of Aurora and her boyfriend, who he seems really, really nice. I think it's going to have something to do with that wedding or something. I think that's going to be season 21. We already know there's a 21st season. But now they're saying, like, Janelle's out for further filming. Christine's out. Well, if that's the case, I mean, they can't film it with just, like, Mary and Robin and Cody. Like, nobody cares, you know? So, like, I mean, it would have to be done. But I think the filming for season 21 has already started and is probably halfway through. So then that would mean that they're talking about if they're not coming back for a season 22. Well, if the show has been canceled, they know that. So, of course, they're not coming back. That's what I think is going to happen. Your thoughts on camping in the wilderness for a week? Oh, no. Is that a horror movie? Honey. Honey, the land. Honey, the land is not meant for me. Okay. Lava lamps. I like lava lamps. I do. I do like lava lamps. I had one in high school. I would leave it on in my bedroom. My dad would come up. He'd be like, you left that stupid lava lamp on again. Who's your favorite Slaton sister? Why is everybody asking me about that? I never get questions about the Slaton sisters. Amanda. Amanda's my favorite sister. She's just such a bitch. Amanda, if you're watching this, you probably take that as a compliment. I love Amanda. Amanda reminds me of one of my good Judys. I love Amanda so much. I mean, how can you not love Queen Tammy? I love Queen Tammy so much. She's such an inspiration. Queen Tammy, you know, like, I was watching that one day, and I was like, if Queen Tammy can fucking do it, I can do it. I can get my ass out there, and I can start walking every night and stuff like that. Shane Dawson actually was a huge inspiration for me too, interestingly enough. At that time, everybody was just telling me, move, walk. I had so many people that were telling me, just walk. And I just wasn't walking a whole lot. And then, you know, Shane Dawson around that time bought like 15 walking pads. I bought a walking pad. I don't love it. I don't really use it. I'm going to have to. We're getting a snowstorm this weekend, but I don't mind walking in the snow. I mind walking in the cold is what I don't like doing. But anyway, Shane Dawson was walking so much, and I mean, literally just like transformed. And I was like, I mean, Shane Dawson like physically looks, I mean, he looks so healthy. And I was like, if Shane Dawson can do it, and all these people, and I'm not comparing him to Queen Tammy, but I'm just saying, like, if all these people can do it and just get out there and move and do their thing, I can do it too. Like, there's no excuse for me. I look to people for inspirations, you know. I know when I say that, people be like, Shane Dawson, but, well, Shane Dawson might be a lot of things, but he inspired me, like, by his walking and stuff like that. What show do you wish you never started? God, that's a good question. What show do I wish I never started? Because, like, I can't stop it now. Well, I don't have a problem stopping a show. Jane the Virgin, Scandal, Revenge, How to Get Away with Murder. My husband finished all those shows. Pretty Little Liars, the original one. I love all the spinoffs, but I never finished any of those shows. What show do I wish I never would have started? You know what I think I didn't finish? Is House of Cards. Because of Kevin Spacey. I just couldn't. I just was like, I'm not going to participate in this. But I love that show. So maybe House of Cards I wish I would never have started. I mean, other shows like Matlock, like, I'm so just done with... Oh, Found. Baby, I love that show. They killed that show with that storyline with that guy from Saved by the Bell or whatever his name is, being in the basement and then the kidnapper. By season 2, I was so over that show. And Matlock's doing the same thing right now. They're killing it with this Wellbrexa storyline. It needs to end. They need to move on to something else. Okay, what's your must-have Thanksgiving food? Dessert. Oh my God, you know what I just realized? Neither house had pecan or pumpkin pie last night. What the fuck? I don't know. How did I just realize that now? Because I was so taken with that turkey cake. Pumpkin or pecan pie. My husband, it's stuffing, hands down. They never make me vegetarian stuffing. Do you guys want... My husband... Speaking of my husband, he put a question. You want to know what the question is? Y'all love my husband's sense of humor, so here's his question. Anal. Do you like it or not? That would be Cody Brown and be like, he's flirting with... My husband always leaves me the dirtiest questions on here, because I don't think he thinks I look at the names on here. What's your opinion on walnut and Marmite sandwiches? Would you ever have one? What's Marmite? It's like from Australia or something, right? Like, I don't think I would. What did somebody send me and I hated it? I was trying to be so not Vegemite or... How y'all do that? This is where I need to look shit up. Okay, I don't get the 6-7 thing. I don't understand it. I was watching Smokey Glow's video the other day I'd already seen the 6'7" thing, and she made some joke in there about 6 because I'm a 7, and I was like, a girl, she even gets it. I don't get it. I don't get the 6'7" thing. Can somebody explain it to me? I asked my husband, he just started laughing. I don't get the 6'7" thing. That's when you know you're old, is when you don't understand shit. Have you watched Heather Gay's docuseries? I have not. Growing Up Mormon or something? I want to watch it. Oh, I cannot wait till Mary Cosby's about her church, that documentary. AI. Oh, girl, hey, how are you? I see you. I mean, I think you all know, I think that AI is for people that are untalented and they hide. It's easy. It's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not just talking about on YouTube. I'm talking about with anything. Like, I try to be real careful not reposting, like, AI art, but sometimes it gets me because I like all kinds of these pictures that show up, and then you don't know if it's AI or not unless you read the description box and stuff, but I try not to. I just think, like, why are we getting away from passion and getting into what's easy? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get that really sometimes. Best streaming channel for true crime documentaries. Oh, that's a good question. What merged with Discovery Plus? Was it HBO? Whichever Discovery Plus merged with, because they had all the true crime documentaries. I'm trying to think of, I'll tell you what, don't get the true crime subscription app on Prime. It's a waste of money. They have like 10 over there and they all suck. I still need to cancel that. I keep on forgetting to do that. But the BritBox, I swear by the BritBox on Prime. I'm obsessed with the BritBox. I mean, Netflix has a lot of true crime documentaries. If you haven't gone back and watched, like, The Keepers, Making a Murderer, I mean, there's some fantastic true crime documentaries on Netflix. Which do you guys like better, Twizzlers or Red Vines? I'm not a licorice person at all. Not everything needs Mimi this time of year. At least choose different. Now, you are not going to come over here and start coming for Mariah Carey. That Katy Perry thing with Mariah Carey, the battery just went to the halfway mark, so that means this is super long. Where the reporter tells her that Katy Perry went to space, and she said, did she? Good for you, Katy. And then he says to her, and he goes, would you ever go to space? And she goes, I think I've done enough. I live for that. Like, when you think about, like, where you want to get, like, I want to get to that. Like, I feel like I've done enough. I just feel like I need to be able to say that. You know what I mean? Like, I've done enough. Like, I don't need to go to space. There's a lot of things that people all the time. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're talking about, like, your bucket list and doing this and doing that and, like, going to see this temple and church. I was like, no, baby, I don't need to do that. I don't. I can read about it in a mystery while I'm laying by the pool in Mexico. People ask me all the time. They're like, why do you guys go to the same resort? Because we like it. The rooms are fantastic, the weather's constant, and the pool temperature is amazing, and the food is unbelievable, and I just sit there and read books, and we take naps and make love, and we have fun. I mean, like, I don't need to go and see a bunch of shit that I can see in a documentary, and I know that is a really bad attitude about it. Trust me, I get it, okay? And we will do those things, because my husband, he's all about the temples and all that stuff. He wants to see... Oh my God, my friend Brittany asked me carpeted bathrooms. Girl, never. That is so gross. Wet carpeted bathrooms. Brittany! There must be some joke I'm not remembering right now. Brittany's our friend that married us. She was Miss Indiana, USA. Anyway, we love you, Brittany. We hung out with her in Vegas when we were there for our anniversary. I love Brittany so much. Opinions on Mary Cosby and her church. I don't know. I love Mary Cosby now. I'm kind of like hoping this documentary don't ruin her. She's like really, like my husband still don't like her, but I like Mary Cosby so much. She feels like the only sane one on any, and I never thought I'd say this about Mary Cosby. She seems like the only sane one on any franchise. Okay. Oh my God, Brittany, you keep on putting, she's trying to get me in. What do you think about, the Ballinger family moved to Spain? You did? Oh, the Ballinger family? Like her sister? They did? Oh. Probably get away from those laws that like those where you're not supposed to use kids in videos, family vlogging. I've done enough. That's what I think about that. What did you think about Jeffree Star's podcast with Jelly Roll's wife? I thought it was interesting. Didn't watch much of it, but I think it's interesting that he decided to wear pink and blue hair, which is the color of the trans flag, after he had just come out and said all this like trans rhetoric bullshit. I think it was such a spit in the face of trans people. And it's interesting to me that not more people are clocking it. Like, to me, that's not just an opinion. That's harmful. It's rude. You know, you don't like somebody, you don't want somebody. Okay, fine. But, like, and I don't know why we're going to Jeffree Star as, like, he's the moral high ground anyway. I don't, that man, listen, I mean, why are we listening to what Jeffree Star said? This is the problem, okay? This is the problem. Why are we not, I mean, if it was his lived experience, like, I would listen to what he has to say, but he's wanting to say what other people's lived experiences are. When we live in a world where we want to take away people's lived experiences, like, that to me is dangerous. Nobody's going to tell me what my lived experience is. It's like when people want to tell me, like, well, people in recovery, I'm a person in recovery. I respect all ways that people get sober. You know, when people want to, like, correct me on things, I'm like, that's, the camera stopped. I'm like, that's your experience. My experience is maybe something different, you know? I think, somebody asked me my opinions on rage baiting. I think that's all Jeffree Star has anymore. I think all he does is rage bait. I think he says things that are clips that are going to be carried off onto every TikTok and people are going to respond to. Jeffree Star bores me. I think he bores me. Like, you could be doing so much good with the money and the power that you have, and this is what you decide to do with it. Okay, fine. I'm not saying he has to do good towards the trans community. Pick a community you care about. Fucking rescue dogs or something. Or, I don't know, elves out in the mountains. Pick something. But this is what, and I've been the first one that ever said he donated a lot of money and stuff. But, okay, why continue to stir up toxicity? Why not do something constructive in the world other than put out a palette that everybody's had 10 times over? Pepsi or Coke. Everybody knows this. I don't drink Pepsi or Coke. I drink Diet Coke. It's Diet Coke all day long. Somebody on here asked me if Adam McIntyre and I are still friendly. Yeah, we're absolutely still friendly. I don't know where that came from. Adam versus Colleen. Is that even a question? Somebody's asking me. I don't want to answer, like, favorite vegetarian meals. Hummus, wrap, and Mediterranean orzo salad. I don't want to answer some questions I've answered on him a million times before, like Alex and I having kids. I appreciate you asking me this. Go watch a lot of my, like, couples videos I've done, because we've talked about that a lot of times. Starting a YouTube channel at 40. Baby, do it. I think I was 42 or 43 when I started. Yeah, I think I was 42 or 43 when I started. Michaela's Goopy Gloss. I was going to make a video about it, but everybody else had already. Best to worst reality shows, old and new. Ex-Kardashians, The Hills, Jersey Shore, Laguna Beach. Oh, that's a good question. That order? Okay. Worst. Best to worst. Oh, best. Laguna Beach. Then The Hills. I never watched Jersey Shore, so The Kardashians. I don't watch The Kardashians at all. My husband does. Most of my friends do. Oh, favorite thriller books. Go over to my Booktube channel for that. But the first thing that came to my mind was First Lie Wins, that I read I think it was last January I read that. Or what's the one by Amy Tintero? Look for the Lie. Oh, I love those two books. Thoughts on Gretchen in this season's Real Housewives of Orange County? Well, until the tweet or the Instagram posts and whatever came out about her being anti-gay and all kind of stuff. Girl, she's a straight up liar. But I think Tamara is just as toxic as Gretchen is. But then it's like, do you get rid of them? Or do you keep them for the show? Like, because toxicity makes a great show. Baby, I am ready for Miss Vicki Gungelson to come back next year. I cannot wait. The Cosmopolitan. What's you and Alex's favorite room? We always get the wraparound suite there, because it's what we got when we got married. But I think a lot of their rooms are really, really nice. They have a one-bedroom one that I really like as well. Okay, let me pick one more. I got tons of questions. Hold on, let me pick one more. Oh my god, people are asking me, Tamara, Gretchen. Somebody asked me if I thought alcohol should be illegal. I don't think alcohol should be illegal. I think there's a lot of people that can drink and drink successfully. I'm just not one of those people. Shane Dawson's scripted show being called canceled. Is it? I mean, I think from anybody else that would be kind of cheesy. Well, Tana Mojo did the podcast though, right? Is that? I mean, it depends on how he does it. It could be brilliant. I don't know. Least favorite housewife from Orange County and Salt Lake City. My least favorite housewife from Orange County this season. I liked them all from Orange County this season. Gina Kirschenbaum. I just feel like she feels like she needs to be in the middle of everything. I used to really, really like her. And my least favorite from Salt Lake City is definitely Lisa and Meredith. They are unhinged and delusional this season. I don't really know that we need Meredith on Salt Lake City anymore. I really don't. Like, and I think Lisa's just as unhinged. They just have gotten too big for their britches a little bit. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Have y'all seen Meredith Marks DJing? Is that a joke? I don't know. Anyway, that was a fun little video to do today. I hope you guys are having a relaxing weekend. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.